If you have it on, holler in the comments what you're wearing. Would love to know. All right, Brandon, this is crazy.
This is wild, man. What's up? What's up, Rev? What's up, high school students? It's good to be with you tonight.
Well,
I'm joined by the one and only
yeah.
Mark. He's the man.
Dude, coronavirus.
Yo, it's so happening. It is like taking over the world. Here's the deal. I don't even like sports, but like to know that sports are like all sports are canceled is like that's when you know it's serious.
That's a real thing. That's a real thing.
You know?
Yep. Yeah.
That's what got me for sure.
Yep.
Mark, where are you coming from? Where are you at right now?
I'm in the basement, hanging out.
Wow.
My kids are upstairs watching Frozen 2. So that's what they're occupied with right now.
Well, I'm also in my basement, but yours looks like way cooler than mine.
Yeah, dude, are you in a bunker?
Yeah. I'm in a bunker. I don't even know where my family's at. Like they're just gone. That's not true.
Well, maybe try turning on a light, Brandon. It might actually be a little bit too. I don't know.
I'm in a cave.
Oh my goodness. Hey, Ground Zero Rev, we want to know how you guys are doing. So what have you been doing today? Like,
yes.
Where are you? What's happening? What are you doing? Tell us. Let's see. What did I do today? Well, I didn't do a lot. I kind of sat around in my house. I ate some food. I ate way too much Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which is my current like go-to comfort food.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just buying up boxes and boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch because I'm like, if anything's gonna make me feel safe and happy right now, it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So I've had 2 bowls today, and to be honest, I'm probably gonna have another right after this is
Man,
over.
good for you, Mark. Good for you.
Oh my goodness.
I had like 4 pounds of pasta for dinner tonight.
Did you? Oh my
God. If there are any like during this thing, it's like I'm just
none of us can smell it.
I can't control. I can't when I eat that much pasta, I can't control.
None of us can smell it. Let's see what people are doing. We've got
McDonald's.
Swimming at the beach. We've got Frozen 2 is so good. Yeah, that's so true.
Gaming on my PC while watching this. Nice. Somebody just said nothing, all caps.
Chilling in my game room. Oh, game room. That'd be nice right now. Like, what kind of games do you have in there? Are we talking pool? Are we talking foosball? Are we talking game? This is like gaming.
I want that person to be like, I'm in my game room, but it looks like what I'm in right now. They just call it a game room, but there's really nothing going on.
Game room that anyone has ever seen, or that no one has ever seen, because nobody cares about a game room like that. I don't know. We got people sleeping, gaming, playing guitar, swimming at the pool. Man, look at this. You guys have been up to a lot.
Man, it seems like. Hey, can we just say thank you guys so much for joining us? This is amazing. Like before we even started, there was like 350 of you just waiting for this to come on. And we are so excited to like have this opportunity to still enjoy a Wednesday night with Ground Zero Middle School and Rev High School with our students, with our people, with the people that we want to spend time with every Wednesday night, but this time digitally. So thank you for being here. This is a really big deal.
Yeah, dude, that is so true. Love all of that. Man, the comments are just blowing up. I love that. You guys. All right, we've got people eating food. We've got people hanging out with their pets. We've got Disney Plus. We've got TikTok. We've got
TikTok.
We've got a ton of E's. I don't know what that means, but a lot of people are putting E's on there. So, all right. Well, hey, every week, Ground Zero and Rev, it's no secret, we play a stage game.
That's right.
It's just part of what we do to have fun, to enjoy our time together. And obviously right now we have
no stage. There's no stage. So there cannot be a stage game.
But there is a game. Okay. We might not have a stage. We do have a game. So for your viewing entertainment, we planned a little game. And the name of this game is called What's in the Box? Okay. I have 2 boxes here. I'm going to back this up a little bit. All right. I've got 2 boxes here. Check it out. This is from my quarantine supplies. I got supplies.
Nice.
All right. Now, this is not actually a box of macaroni and cheese and a box of Ritz crackers because I took all of that out and I ate it, obviously. But what is in here is
you ate all of that already, Mark?
No, I actually didn't. It's
okay.
On the shelf.
Like you're taking quarantine serious.
I mean, carbo load, you know. And I put a couple random items in these boxes. And Brandon, we're gonna play a little game here where I'm gonna put you to the test. I'm gonna try to stump you.
Great. I have no idea what's happening right now.
Okay, so what I need from the comment section right now is what box you want to start with. All right, I'm gonna explain the game in just a second, but what box do you want to start with? Vote for mac and cheese or Ritz.
Ritz.
Right, let me see.
Ritz.
Let me see. But as you're voting for those, let me explain how this is gonna work. Okay. So like I said, I put a couple items inside those boxes. I am going to take out that item. Brandon is going to close his eyes, cover his eyes on your honor, dude. Okay.
I will not look. I will not look.
The game if you cheat, so don't cheat. All right, I trust you. And I'm gonna either describe the item that I took out and showed everybody to you exactly what it is, or I'm gonna just make something up that's completely ridiculous and not actually what I am holding. Okay, and you're gonna have to guess at the end which one. Okay. Man, it's blowing up.
I'm seeing a lot of Ritz. I'm seeing a lot of mac and cheese. I think you're just gonna have to call it, Mark.
I think I'm just gonna have to call it too. Okay. To be honest, I don't even remember what I put in, like which one is in which. So I'm gonna start with mac and cheese.
Okay. Do I close my eyes now? Okay.
Your eyes now. Again, I'm gonna take out whatever is in this box, and I'm either gonna describe to you what that is, or I'm gonna describe something else completely made up. You're gonna have to decide at the end.
Okay.
If I was telling the truth or if I was lying to you. Let's see what's in the box, you guys. Woo! Oh my goodness. All right. All right, YouTube. Ground Zero. Rev, you ready for this? Here is what is in the mac and cheese box.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right, Brandon. I am going to describe to you what it is that I am holding in my hands right now. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So, this item is obviously one of a kind. Okay.
Oh, okay. Obviously.
It is a kind of a smaller wall clock. Okay.
Okay.
That looks like a pizza. All right. So the wall clock. Obviously a pizza is circular. This clock is circular, and the clock looks like a pizza. But it's not just any regular pizza. Okay. There are pepperonis in the place where the numbers would be all the way around this clock. Right. And then on each of those pepperonis is like a little bit of mozzarella cheese that kind of like shapes out the number. So you have 1 through 12 on the clock.
Okay.
And then what's kind of unique about this clock is in the middle of it is like the metal piece of a pizza cutter. And the handles of the pizza cutter are the minute and the hour hand on the clock. All right. So to get that full pizza experience. And then this is, I think, my favorite part about it. Okay. It says in the middle of this clock, it's pizza time all the time. Okay. So Brandon, that is the item that I am describing to you.
Okay.
Is that actually what I'm holding in my hands, or did I totally make that up and I'm holding something completely different?
Okay. Well, I was told when I was young that in order to tell a convincing lie, you can't put too many details in the lie.
Okay.
Because it begins to be unbelievable. And so I'm thinking you gave me like 5 million details there, and seems like you were maybe trying too hard, but at the same time, your enthusiasm for the thing seems so overly genuine that but maybe that's just you. Like maybe you're just the most genuine person in the whole world, and so you can't help but do that.
Yep.
So I'm honestly torn, but I think I'm gonna go with it's true.
It's true is his answer. Brandon, take a look.
No, I should have gone with my gut.
Instead, what I'm holding is an Elsa doll popping up through a roll of toilet paper that says, "Let it go." Obviously, that's what I'm holding. All right. Oh my goodness. That was amazing. Let's do one more round. Okay.
Oh, okay, great.
Get out of here. All right. Here we go. Item number 2, guys. Do you think that Brandon is going to get this one right or not? I stumped him on the first round. Let's see if I can stump him on the second round. Let me see in the comments if you guys think he's going to get this one or not. All right, here we go. Box number 2. Oh my goodness. All right, Brandon.
Yo.
Got to take a deep breath here and get my poker face, game face on here. All right, Brandon, what I'm holding in my hands is a piggy bank, but it's not in a normal shape of a piggy per se. Instead, this piggy bank is in the shape of a clown. Okay. It is a ceramic clown piggy bank. The clown looks happy, not too scary, not really a scary clown. Looks like a jolly clown. And kind of what's unique about this item is the clown has a friend that's hanging out with him. It's a dolphin. It's a it's a dolphin that's made of wood that is connected to the clown by a total Visco girl scrunchie. All right, that's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to say about this one. Okay, so what do you think, man? Am I telling you the truth?
So
or did I totally just make that up?
So what you're saying? You're holding a piggy bank clown?
Yes, a piggy bank clown that has a wooden dolphin attached to it by a scrunchie.
Like, I'm gonna say that that's true. That's true.
Take a look, Brandon. You got it! You got it! These were the weirdest things that I could find in my house to try to stump you with.
Wait, you own that ceramic thing?
Yeah, this was in my garage, dude. I found this in a box in my garage.
That thing is going to come to life and murder you someday. You should get rid of that.
Yeah, we should definitely crush it. Kidding. I think this was my wife's piggy bank when she was a kid or something. So
sure, yeah.
I don't want to break it.
Yeah, don't break it. Let her break it. Maybe she can break the curse.
Dolphins too. So. All right. Well, everybody say goodbye to the clown. Bye, clown.
Goodbye, clown. Okay.
Okay. All right. Whew, that did get a little creepy. All right. Well, Brandon, good job. You got one right.
I feel good about that.
Wrong, but I don't have a tiebreaker. We're not going to do a tiebreaker round. We're just going to say that you won the game because you got one right.
Love it.
And I think we're all winners because we just got to experience that.
Totally. Well, hey, Mark. Obviously, things are different. We are coming to our students and our volunteers right now via YouTube. And so I'm sure that people have got some questions on their mind about what are we doing? Like, what's the plan for Eagle Brook students during this very weird time in our nation, in our world? So I think we should let them know a little bit about what's going on in Eagle Brook students right now.
Yeah, 100%. Well, obviously, first, as you guys are all experiencing right now, we have moved Eagle Brook students to online on Wednesday nights. So that's kind of the first bit of news. Now you guys are here experiencing that. So that's awesome. You obviously are up to date with that, but we're also going to do this next week as well. So that's going to be a ton of fun. We'll be back on live at 7:00 next Wednesday. So again, come and hang out with us, tell your friends, get online. It's just going to be a good time for us to hang out and do some silly things, have some fun. And so that's number one. Number two, we will also be going live daily on Instagram. And when I say we, I mean like our entire student ministry staff, not all at the same time, but some of our pastors will be hopping on every single day to bring you guys some encouragement, to hang out with you for a little bit, to answer some questions, and to just, really just give you some encouragement for the day, something to think about, some way for you to just to connect to God that day. And so we're really excited about that. So 1:00 Instagram, be there. Brandon, we did that a couple of days ago. That was super fun.
Awesome.
Our first test of that. And yeah, we just kind of hung out for a while. It was super fun. So 1:00, be there. Man, the third announcement I have is really a bummer. And that's that we did have to cancel the Jeezy retreat, which was super sad. And, I I just really think it was the right decision, as much as it was a hard decision and it was a bummer to have to actually do that, because obviously we were very much looking forward to those weekends.
For sure.
Hanging out with all of you guys. But the reality is that we need to be wise in this time. And we thought that the best way to protect Ground Zero, all of you guys, all of our amazing volunteers, and then anybody else who's like vulnerable in our community, just to protect all of those people, we thought it was wise to just cancel it for this year and kind of abide by those standards that, the state and the country has set up as far as large groups meeting together and that kind of stuff. And so huge bummer, bottom line. We feel that with you. But we just had to do it. And, but what I want you to know is that we're still here, right? Like we're not going anywhere. In some ways you'll be seeing probably more of us than you would have.
Yeah, that's true.
And so we're excited about that. And so stick with us, keep hanging with us. And we'll see kind of what is in the future here as we keep rolling with this. But all right. And fourth, man, community is just so important. Like we can't be together in person. But Brandon, it's so important that we keep meeting, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. And there are plenty of ways to continue to do that. And we're not going to, in fact, we're going to utilize the gifts that God has given us through technology to make sure that still happens with small groups all across Ground Zero and Rev.
100%. Yeah. So stay with your groups, keep doing that, meet online, hit up Zoom, all that kind of stuff. Fifth, no, there's not a fifth announcement. We're done with announcements. Okay. Let's move on.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Hey, one of the things that we do every single Wednesday night is give something away, right? We have like dope prizes and giveaways and that kind of stuff. And so we didn't want to lose that, even though we're meeting online. So right now, this very second, we are going to give away a $50 gift card.
Money.
Yeah.
Money.
Brandon, what would you buy if you had a $50 gift card to Amazon?
I would buy $50 worth of toilet paper right now.
That's not true. Have it? I think it would be out of stock.
That's not true. I honestly, if it was a real thing, I'd probably just spend it on books. I don't really buy stuff on Amazon except for books.
Brandon, I planned on asking this question, and guess what? I knew that was going to be your answer.
Yeah, that's all because my wife and other people use it for all kinds of like super useful stuff. I did get my phone case on Amazon, which is cool. And it's nice.
Yeah.
But I mostly use it for like 90% of the time I'm buying books.
That's so practical. See, I would just be like, yo, what's just something weird and like fun I could buy because I got $50 free. But hey, we want to give somebody an Amazon gift card to help
give it away.
Survive coronavirus, okay? Something that you need, something to entertain you, something that will just bring a little joy and a little fun into your life, all right? So let me ask you a question, okay? I'm gonna ask you a question, and the first person to answer this question correctly in the comments is going to win the $50 e-gift card to Amazon.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
Email to you. And here's the question, okay? Since we've been talking a little bit about Frozen 2, I mean, man, Elsa even showed up today.
That's true. I missed her, but
celebrity appearances.
Gosh,
I mean, we're really doing it, Brandon. Okay,
we got it all.
This is amazing.
Okay, what's the question?
The question is, I gotta remember it now. Okay, I got it. In the movie Frozen 2, Olaf is lost in the enchanted forest, and he calls out the names of 4 people. He says, Elsa, Anna, Kristoff. He says 4th.
Oh yeah.
What's the 4th name that he calls out in the enchanted forest? The first person.
I don't think I know it. I think I know, but I don't think I know.
Okay, all right. Let's see. I'm watching the comments.
Someone said George Washington.
Also, I see it. Linda Kohler. Linda Kohler. I don't know who that is, but I think that was the first one. They got it. All right. So hey,
Samantha.
Linda Kohler, you'll see a little bit of instruction or something. We're gonna get in touch with you so that we can get you that gift card email.
Wow.
Good job. Yeah, Samantha.
Oh my gosh.
It's by far my kid's favorite part of the movie, but that's because my wife's name is Samantha.
Samantha, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
That was so amazing. Actually, when we were at the movie and that part happened, my cousin was sitting next to me and he was like, Samantha? What kind of name is Samantha? And like he had no idea that like he just he doesn't know her as Samantha, and so it was just hilarious. Anyways, congratulations. We're glad that you won. Let's keep rolling. I think we have another segment.
Yeah, we got one more segment. So here's the deal. This coronavirus, it affects us all in different ways, right? And the truth is it's not just social distancing we're dealing with. We're talking about like we can't leave our houses. It feels like it feels like we can be trapped at times. And for some personality types, they might take that one way, they might take it another way. And I'm specifically thinking about introverts and extroverts. Now, something that you guys might not know is that I am an introvert. I am like all the way introverted. And Mark, on the other hand, on the like way other hand, is an extrovert. Is that fair to say? Like you are full on extrovert.
That is fair to say. Yeah.
Okay. So it got me thinking, like, how are introverts and extroverts surviving the coronavirus?
Oh, that's good.
Yep. And so I was thinking we could give the people the top 5 ways to survive the coronavirus for introverts and extroverts.
That's good.
All right. So I'm going to go first. I've got visual aid.
Oh, sweet.
I got visual aids. Okay. So this is the, you see that? The top. This is my phone. Nice. I'm blowing up right now. I'm blowing up. So anyways, top 5 ways to survive the coronavirus for introverts. Number 5.
What is it?
Can you see it?
Yeah. Yep. A little farther over. There you go. Yeah.
Boom. Enjoy thinking about all the plans you don't have to cancel. One of the most difficult things for introverts is we say yes to plans because we want to be invited. We want to be invited to the things. But when it came time to actually go to the thing, we don't want to go. We just want someone to call us and say, hey, everybody couldn't show up. Everybody got sick and no one can come together. And that is happening right now. Looking on the bright side of the coronavirus. That's number 5. Number 4. Number 4, you see that right there? You get to stop worrying about making small talk. You don't have to think about small talk, introverts. You don't have to think about it. You can just live your life every day and not small. You might not even have to talk to another person for an entire day. And to an introvert, that's a real dream. That's a real dream come true. Number 3, moving right along here. Embrace your awkward hobbies. Now, no one will interrupt you. Here's the thing. All introverts have an awkward hobby. We just have some. We just have one. And the truth is all of us just want to be left alone so that we can enjoy our hobbies. For me, as you kind of pointed out already, Mark, it's books. I'm already like almost done with a book called Merlin.
Merlin? What is that?
It's a novel about Merlin.
Is that Stonehenge on the front?
Yeah, it's Stonehenge. Yep. I'm not sure how that plays in yet. We're gonna find out. That's the joy of reading a book. And I will for sure.
Wait, you're almost halfway through that book?
I'm almost done with it. And
you still don't know how the cover photo plays into the book?
Mark, you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge a book by its cover.
That's worth the cost of admission right there.
Boom. Boom. Okay. And I'm for sure gonna read a Lord of the Rings book. I mean, I'm gonna embrace my awkward hobbies. Okay. Yep. Reading. Number 2, moving right along. Number 2 is, can you see? Ooh, there's a big one.
There we go.
Teach your extroverted friends how to keep a social distance. We've been doing it for years. Okay. This is an introvert's dream come true in many ways because we live in a world of extroverts where they're always telling us, raise your hand, look like you're happy, enjoy yourself. But right now, the rule is stay away from me. Give me 6 feet of distance at the very least. Leave me alone. And that leads me to my final tip of the best way for introverts to survive the coronavirus. Live your best life, introverts.
Live your best.
Just embrace it. This is the one time that our country will universally accept you being completely introverted. And in fact, you're mandated to. You are mandated to not go out, and to stay at home, and to enjoy some peace and quiet. So introverts, I salute you. And now let's hand it over.
All right.
to the extroverts.
Yeah, man. Okay, extroverts, where are you at? Make some noise because this is rough, isn't it? I mean, for an extrovert, you literally get your energy, you recharge, you know, you find life in being around other people, like being physically in the presence of other people. Like you feed off of that energy from being in a group. That's very much true for me. That's why I just get so amped like on Wednesday nights, just being around all of you, which is so fun. But literally I'm like by myself, you know, and it's like, I'm like looking out my window, just hoping someone's going to walk by so I can like draw some of that energy. But I put together, okay, the top 5 ways for extroverts to survive this thing. Okay. And the first one, well, number 5, we'll count down. Okay. Number 5 is to bring back your childhood imaginary friend. Right? Brandon, did you have an imaginary friend when you were a child?
Nope.
You were just reading too much.
I was just reading. I mean, I guess technically all of my friends were imaginary. They just weren't invented by me.
They were all in books.
That's right. Yeah.
But of course I had an imaginary friend because if I was ever alone, I had to have somebody else with me because of that's how extroverted I am. Right. So I had an imaginary friend who would always hang out with me and we would go on adventures together. We would bike around the neighborhood together. We would fight bad guys together. And so, yeah, just, you know, reinvent, bring back your imaginary friend. I'm sure that they will be glad that you did. Okay. Number 4, just Google pictures of crowds. I literally have done it. Literally look at the background on my phone. It's a crowd.
That looks like my nightmare.
I like so wish I could just be in a crowd of people right now that like literally at least it's on my phone so that when I open my phone I can just like close my eyes and pretend like I'm there in that crowd of people. And
is that true, Mark? That's true.
Okay, I'm exaggerating maybe a tiny bit, but you know. All right, number 3, throw a party for your stuffed animals. Right? I mean, come on. Don't pretend like you don't have stuffed animals. Y'all still have stuffed animals that you're hugging on and loving on. And just, you know, set up a little tea party, Toy Story style, and just, you know, have fun. And that, yeah, do that. Okay. Number 2, I don't know if this one's weird and creepy or not, but just put all the mirrors in one room so that when you sit down, it just looks like there's a lot.
Put all the mirrors in one room and take that ceramic clown and
put it right in the middle.
Right in the middle, and then get out of there. And something terrible's gonna happen.
Run to the farthest corner of your house because you can't go outside. But just hide, okay? Because that clown is now gonna come find you. Okay. And number 1, you got to go Tom Hanks, Castaway style. Last Man on Earth, Phil Tandy style, and you got to take all of your sports balls, right? Your volleyballs and your basketballs, and you just draw some nice faces on them, and you just bring them into the room, and you give them names, and you talk to them, and yeah, it's great. But just be creative, okay? I don't know if you guys have seen Castaway. It's probably way before your time. But Tom Hanks was in a movie and he was stranded on an island. And
Tom Hanks has coronavirus right now. He's probably doing that right now.
He's probably literally doing this again. Okay. He took a volleyball and drew a face on it and called it Wilson. Okay. Not a very creative name. You guys can do better. All right. But just I'm going to do that. I'm going to go get some sports balls and draw some faces on them. Okay.
Super weird. Don't do
all
that.
Right. Top 5 right there. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Introverts, extroverts are experiencing what we experience every single day. So let's enjoy this moment.
That's awesome. All right, you guys. Well, hey, we actually wanted to seriously talk about how we can not only just survive this thing, whether you're introverted or extroverted, like we're all in this thing together and we need to get through it. We need to make the best of it. And we don't want to just survive it, right? Like we want to see this as an opportunity to maybe do life a little bit different, but to get the most out of it and to not just survive, but to actually thrive through this thing. And so part of what we wanted to do with our time together here online on YouTube is to just bring some encouragement to you. That's one of the things that Brandon and I get the privilege to do every single Wednesday night is to speak to you guys as far as what God has put on our hearts and what we think that he wants to say to you. And so, man, Brandon, I think we should do that tonight as
Let's do
well.
it.
And so here's the thing. With this whole coronavirus situation, the question that I've been really spending some time thinking about is what should I focus on during this time? Like, where should my attention go? Should I just hop on Xbox Live and just play that all day? Should I binge watch shows on Netflix? Should I just scroll kind of mindlessly through Instagram? Or are there other things that I should be focusing on? And it's in these times where I wish that I could like start a FaceTime with Jesus himself, right? Like I wish that, I could snap Jesus, the real JC. Okay, that's not his screen name. I tried. Okay, it's not really him. I wish that I could start a Zoom call with Jesus and ask him, what are we supposed to do? Like, what do we do right now? How do we spend this time? But we don't have that, right? It's just not a reality. But what we do have is this right here. We have the Bible. And we have the words of Jesus that are written down for us. We have his teachings. And so even though that I can't call up Jesus, FaceTime and whatever, I can open up my Bible and I can see what he has to say and what he wants to teach us that I think can help us in this. So we're going to do that together. The first thing that we're going to open up to is in the book of Matthew in the Bible. It's chapter 22, and we're going to look at some verses here. And kind of the setting for this is Jesus is hanging out with a group of people. Must have been nice, right? And one of those people asks him a question. They say, Jesus, what is the greatest commandment? Okay, in other words, what should we focus on in order to like honor God? What should we focus on in order to have the life that he wants for us? And Jesus answers like this. Look what he says. He says this: you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the great and first commandment. And then he doesn't just stop there. Okay, he gives them one, but then he follows that up. And he says, the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. So if we're to take that and just kind of put it into simple words, Jesus says the most important thing that you should focus on is to love God and to love others. And if you can do those things, man, that's going to lead you into the life that God wants for you. That's going to lead you into an amazing and a fulfilling and an incredible life. And here's what we believe, okay? These words were not only true when Jesus spoke them 2,000 years ago to that group of people that he was hanging out with. They're not only just true a year ago when none of us had heard of the coronavirus, but they're actually true today. In the midst of this new reality that we're living in the midst of social distancing and society shutting down and people living in quarantine, this is true for us today. Wherever we're at, whatever we're doing in life, Jesus says, love God and love others. That should be your focus. So that's what we want to challenge you to do tonight. But the question is how can we actually do that? What does that look like? So Brandon, I want to hand it over to you. Talk to us a little bit about what it looks like to love others in the midst of what we find ourselves in today.
Yeah. I love that we're having the introvert talking about how do we figure out how to love others. And the truth is, Mark, man, I sometimes have a problem with this, like in even small ways. Like there's this thing that happens in my house. Anytime that I sit down. Anytime I want to relax, anytime I want to just like lay on my bed or on my couch or watch a show, or the moment that I try to relax, someone in my house instantly needs something from me. Get up, go lock the door. Get up, go to the refrigerator. Get up, get me a snack. They just instantly need something from me. And I am immediately inconvenienced. And there's something that rises up in me that's like, I'm frustrated, I'm annoyed, and I just don't want to think about them. I just want to think about myself in that moment, And when I think about Jesus' words to love your neighbor as yourself, one of the things that comes to mind is how Jesus actually defined what that kind of love looks like. It's in another book of the Bible. It's in the book of John. In John chapter 15, verse 13, Jesus says, greater love has no one than this, than one man lay his life down for his friends. And so laying your life down for someone doesn't mean like it's easy. Doesn't mean that it always feels comfortable. It actually means that you are inconvenienced and you go out of your way to figure out how to care for another person. And so that got me thinking, like, we're all around our families right now. many of us, a challenge that we're going to continue to give you guys listening right now is how are you staying connected to your small groups, to the church at large in this quarantine area? And the question I have for you is, how do you need to inconvenience yourself for someone else? What's that thing in your life that you just need to do because you know someone needs to know that they matter? Maybe it's joining a small group or via FaceTime or via Zoom, or maybe it's continuing to join us here and being a positive presence in the comments, or maybe it's just like helping your sister clean up her room, or supporting your parents and loving them, or maybe it's checking in on your grandparents to make sure that they are doing okay. What's that thing that comes to mind when you ask yourself the question, what's inconvenient for me to show someone else that I love them? Yeah. A few years ago, I had pneumonia, like a really severe case of pneumonia, and I was laid out and I had high fever and I could barely breathe. And I was just like shut up in my dorm room for like 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks, all of the guys that were living with me on my dorm floor did all kinds of things. Some of them helped me get dressed because I physically couldn't move. Some of them walked me to the bathroom and back to my bed because I couldn't make it because I was too weak. Some of them brought me meals, and all of them went out of their way in one way or another to show me that I mattered, that just by being in their life, by being on that floor, that I mattered to them. And after I got better, I wasn't just physically better. I was emotionally better. I was spiritually better because I remembered and I was reminded that I was worth someone else's inconvenience. And that's really what's at stake right now is who are the people in your life that are worth you being inconvenienced so that they know they're loved. So as you go about your week this week and you think to yourself, man, how do I love my neighbor? How do I love my family? How do I love my friends? How do I love my small group? Ask yourself the question, how can I inconvenience myself so that someone else can be loved?
Yeah, so
Mark, that it doesn't stop there, right? Jesus actually doesn't even start with that. He starts with loving God.
Right.
So talk to us a little bit about what it looks like for us to love God in this really odd season we're in.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing that I landed on as I was thinking about this is this, okay? Choose to trust God. By choosing to trust him, it's actually a way that we can show God that we love him. And that can actually be difficult in the times that we're experiencing right now, right? Because so many of us are experiencing disappointment. I mean, I was supposed to go down to Austin, Texas in just a couple of weeks to hang out with my best friend, his wife, their son, and man, get some barbecue and hang out by the pool, enjoy some warm sunshine. And none of that is happening now because of this coronavirus. And so many of you, and man, we just feel this with you. You've experienced things being canceled. You've experienced disappointment. You've had trips that have been taken off the calendar. You've had sports seasons that have just ended abruptly. You've had school moved online and you're not even going to see your friends at school for the rest of the year. Graduation, like, is that going to happen? I mean, you'll graduate, but can you even like have a moment to celebrate that? All of that is unsure. And I'm sure so many of you are just feeling the weight of that disappointment. And that can cause us to pull away from God. It can cause us to pull back from him. And what I want to encourage you to do is to not do that. Don't pull back from him, but instead choose to trust him and actually move towards God in order to grow in your love for him. And I love these verses from Proverbs 3:5-6. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. That's so important for me right now. Like, I can't understand this thing. And so I'm not going to lean on that because it just wouldn't do me any good. And then it says, in all your ways, acknowledge God. In other words, like, recognize that his ways are higher than our ways, right? And then he will make our paths straight when we choose to trust in him. And so that trust comes when we say, I don't know why this is happening. I don't understand it. The future is uncertain right now. I might feel anxious. I might feel fearful about what is going to come. But God, I'm choosing to trust you that you're good and that you love me and that you're going to take care of me. And so I can have hope even through the midst of this. Even if I experience more disappointment in the days ahead, I can continue to trust you, even if I have to scale down, slow down, and even if I have to be stuck at home, not able to do so many things that I love to do. There was this one time in my life when I really had to slow down and I had to scale back, and the day-to-day of my life was really changed drastically. And it happened after this moment where I was hanging out with my sister in our living room, and we were listening to music on a boombox. All right. So if you don't know what a boombox is, just Google that later. But we put a CD in it and it literally boomed. All right. And we cranked it up and we were rocking out to a band called DC Talk. Okay? To a song called Jesus Freak. All right. The leaders are going nuts right now because they know what I'm talking about. And so I mean, you couldn't help but just rage to this song because it was so fun, so amazing. And so I was jumping up and down, just having a blast with my sister. And you guys, I landed and I felt a sharp pain shoot into my left foot, a pain that I had never experienced ever before in my life. And I was sort of like rolling around on the ground in pain. And I like grabbed my foot and I looked at it. And you guys, out of the bottom of my foot, this was sticking out. I don't know if you can see. Look at this. Okay. Toothpick. And this is what I saw coming out of my foot.
Oh, man.
Was the end of a toothpick. So somehow, as I was jumping up and down, right, this was in the carpet and it like flipped up like this. And then I came down.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yep. So we went to the hospital, of course, and they pulled it out, but only like a little piece of it came out. And so they thought, oh, maybe it wasn't a full toothpick or whatever. And they're like, just take these crutches, which crutches are the worst, by the way. Okay. I hate, it doesn't matter if you put pool noodles or sponges or they're just going to destroy your armpits. Anyways, that's besides the point. And so I got these crutches and I just had to walk around, but I couldn't do anything, right? I couldn't run track that season. I couldn't like hang out with my friends who were like running around the neighborhood and that kind of stuff. I was just like stuck at home. And one of the things that I had to do was soak my foot in a bucket every single night for like 20 minutes because they said that would help clean it. And if there was anything in there, maybe that would help it work its way out. And so every night I had to go sit in my bedroom and soak my foot, my stupid, stinky foot in a bucket and just sit there. And I didn't have anything to do. This was before smartphones and all that kind of stuff. So I just was bored and I sat in my room and did nothing. Well, after a little while, I decided to use that time to talk to God. And to tell him that I was frustrated and to tell him that, man, I hated the fact that I couldn't run track and to tell him just how annoyed I was that this was my new reality and how I was having to live. And then once I kind of got all of that out, then I would just like kind of pray and talk to God about my day. And then maybe I'd read my Bible a little bit or whatever. But just, I started spending that time at the bucket with God because I was just like, had to slow down and I just had to be there. And you guys, that time actually became really special to me because I spent it with God every single day. And actually, it kind of led to an answer to prayer because I was supposed to have surgery on that foot because it wasn't getting better. I still couldn't walk. And they said, we're going to have to open up your foot. I'll spare you all the details, but they were going to go in there and try to get out anything that was in there. So I began to pray, God, please, if you would, please just heal my foot. If anything's in there, let it work its way out. And one night when I was soaking my foot, this little thing was like popping out of the cut. And my dad came in and literally pulled out like 1.5 inches more of toothpick that was in my foot. Okay. And you guys, that was the night before my surgery.
Wow.
Yeah. Which was just incredible. God answered that prayer. And here's what I want to say. Okay. All of us are stuck at the bucket right now. Like that. We're just stuck. We have no choice but to be there and to do what we're doing right now. And I think that God wants to use this season, this challenge to do something awesome in your life. And maybe that's to grow your faith. Maybe that's to grow your love for him. Maybe that's to bring healing into your life. Maybe that's to bring new meaning or a new purpose into your life. Maybe God just wants to change your perspective and maybe help you focus in on things that really matter. But to experience those things that he has for you, we have to focus on him and we have to spend time with him and we have to move towards him when we're stuck at the bucket. All right. So that's my challenge for you guys. A verse that I've been clinging on to is Romans 8:28, which says, and we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and who are called according to his purpose. And so I believe that God can take this and actually work it into something good in your life. And I don't want you to miss out on that. All right. So last challenge that I have for you is come up with a quarantine routine. All right. A quarantine routine where you spend time with God every single day. And I don't know what that's going to look like for you. I don't know what your routine will be. Maybe you're going to read the Bible in the morning. You're going to start a new devotional. You're going to pray and talk to God at the same time every day. You're going to listen to some worship music. I don't know what that's going to look like. For me, I start my day with coffee. I sit down at my desk and I read in a devotional that I have, Daily Power by Craig Rochelle. And then I read my Bible, and I've been watching the Eagle Brook Devos that they've been putting out every single day. And that's my quarantine routine right now. So that's what I'm doing. But Brandon, what do you do? What are some of the things that are in your routine so that you can connect with God?
Yeah. My day starts in a similar way. When I get to my desk, I've kind of created a time of quiet, of just kind of reflective prayer where I just kind of get in tune with my body a little bit and remind myself that God is still present in my life, and ask him what he's wanting to do in me that day. And then I just kind of write some of those intentions down, some things that I think God speaks to me and some things that I want to look out for in the day. And then I'll always read in scripture. Right now, I've just been reading through the Psalms. Just this whole year, I'm kind of committed to reading over and over through the Psalms and praying the Psalms back to God. And then I'll have something to do, like something active, something that gets my mind engaged, something that I care about. Sometimes it's like that's work. Like I sit down and write something, or I respond to emails or whatever, or I get outside. I just try to engage my heart and my mind and my spirit, my body all together. And so for me, the quiet is super important. Not engaging with any kind of digital platform first thing in the morning is also super important. Reading scripture is really important, and then writing down whatever I feel like God is speaking to me that day, so that I remember it and I pay attention to it throughout the day.
So good. I love that. Yeah, guys. So come up with a quarantine routine.
Good.
We're all stuck at the bucket, right? So let's focus on God during that time. Let's choose to trust him and move towards him instead of pulling away from him, so that we can grow in our faith. We can grow in our love for him. All right. That's really what I want for you guys during this season. And so, yeah, hit us up. Tell us how you're doing that. Tell us what's in your routine. You can comment right now. You can, let us know, send a shot of you doing that throughout the week, where you sit, where you read your Bible. Aaron was talking about that this morning. Like, what's the spot that you go to meet with God? Show us. We'd love to know. Tell us what you're doing to connect with God and grow in your love for him. That would encourage us for sure. So awesome. We should pray, man. I just feel like we should pray. I want to pray for our students. Man, let's both pray though. Is that cool, Brandon? Can we do that?
Of course. Absolutely.
I'm going to pray specifically for Ground Zero. And then I would love for you to pray for Rev. Let's just
Great.
do. All right. Awesome. God, wow. These are just amazing times. Nobody could have guessed that this is where we would be. God, a week ago, I thought that we'd be back at all of our campuses and homes, meeting around the Twin Cities and in Rochester, doing normal life, but everything just got shaken up, and life looks completely different than it did even a week ago. And even though so much has changed, God, we know that you haven't, that you are the same yesterday, today, and forever. And God, that we can trust you through this, that we do not have to be afraid, that we can lead boldly with faith in a God who loves us and will care for us. And so, God, I want to specifically pray for the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders from our church right now. God, my favorite time of the week is spending time with them on Wednesday nights. And I'm excited that we can still do that, at least to some level. God, but I just pray that they would be encouraged through this. God, I pray that they would lean into you during this time, God, that they would focus on loving others and loving you during this uncertain time. But I just pray against any anxiety. I pray against any fear. I pray that you would help them stay connected and encouraged, God, and just be with every single one of them. God, we love them. I love them. You love them. Help them to feel that and know that we're in this thing together. I pray that in Jesus' name.
Father, I just specifically pray for my friends, my friends in high school, my friends who are leaders of high school students. God, I pray for a sincere amount of hope in their life. That God, right now in this season where things are kind of stopped and halted, for those who had plans that they were looking forward to that got canceled, for those that were already dealing with emotional anxiety or unease in their spirit, that this kind of like uncertainty has thrown them into a deeper plunge. God, for those friends of mine that just need a little bit of hope that this is going to end and that the world will continue spinning and that tomorrow the sun is going to rise. I pray, God, that you would be their hope. That they would find reassurance in you, and that, Lord, you would be the thing that lifts their spirit day to day, and you would give them the endurance, you would give them the fortitude, you would give them the desire to get in your word, to get in your presence every day, so that they can be renewed every day, Lord, even in this strange season. Help us not to waste it, but help us to press in so that when we all get back together, both Ground Zero and Rev, we would come back stronger and more eager to see more people come to know you. Because if you can get us through coronavirus, you can get us through anything, Jesus. So, Lord, we trust you and we love you. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. So good. So good.
Amen.
Oh, man. Awesome. All right. Well, hey, that's about all we have, but we wanted to just hang for a little while. I mean, I don't have anything else to do. Brandon, you don't even know where your family is. You're in a bunker somewhere in the middle of Europe.
Yeah.
So let's take some questions. I don't know. We got a little bit of time. If you guys need to go or hop off, or you got something else to do, that's totally fine. But we're just gonna hang for a little while.
And questions about anything, questions about us, questions about student ministries, questions about, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing all the amens right now. And that's amazing.
That's cool.
Guys, so cool to be able to pray with you.
Yeah, man, we love the support. We love that you guys showed up and you've been with us this whole time. That's awesome.
So cool. All right, so hit us up with some questions. What do you want to know? We're here to answer your questions. Let's see. They're going so fast.
What's your favorite movies? I saw that one. What's your favorite movies?
Favorite movies? Oh,
yeah.
Ooh. I'm so bad thinking of this stuff up on the spot. Literally, like, my mind is blank right now. I have like the only movie I can think of is Frozen 2, because that's what we've been talking about tonight. What about you? Do you have any?
Some movies.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite movies?
Yes, for sure. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Lord of the Rings in general, but of course I love Lord of the Rings movies. One movie that is my all-time favorite that I'll watch at least once a year is Patton, the movie Patton. It's an old movie. It's really long and really boring, and I really like it a lot.
Like the book you're reading right now.
Yep, exactly like that. Like, that's straight up my alley. But yeah, man, I mean, I loved all the Marvel movies. Like, I loved all the Batman movies, and the ones that just came out a while back with Christian Bale. Like, I love that kind of stuff. Good triumphing over evil. Just love it.
Ooh, I love Elf. I watch that movie every year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Not even like once, even not at Christmas, just because it's so funny.
Okay, what other questions do you guys
we got
have?
a ton. How many kids do you have? 3. I have 3 kids.
I have 2 kids.
2 kids. I'm winning. Do you like fishing? Yes, I like to fish. I just don't get to do it very often right now. Busy season of life, but I don't have a boat.
I don't fish. I think I would like it because it's just like sitting there, right?
Yeah, you would like it.
I think I would really like it.
Read. Like, you could go ice fishing and put like a tip up out, and you could just read and then watch the flag, and then you would hardly have to do anything.
I didn't know what any of those words meant except for reading and anything. So those 2 I like. Okay.
Let's see.
Brendan, your favorite book? Oh, I saw that one. Can I answer that one?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Well, the book that I've read the most is The Hobbit from the Lord of the Rings. It's not in the Lord of the Rings, it's before, but that's by far my like most read favorite book.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I have like a favorite book. I have like formative books that have really helped me in my faith walk and like my thinking. I just really, really like to read.
Yeah.
More than like a specific book. I just really like reading.
That's awesome.
Okay.
What else we got? Space Jam. I just love Will Kornbaum. Student pastor out.
White Lake. Shout out White Lake.
I mean, that's all. Oh, Xbox or PS4? Xbox. Yep, definitely.
Xbox. I don't play video games, but I played Halo all the way through and beat it when I had it like years ago and loved that.
Except they ruined the Halo franchise with Halo 6. I'm just saying. Or 5. I'm sorry. Whoa, we're not at Halo 6 yet.
Totally.
Let's see. A lot of people asking about our kids. Man, are my kids still awake? I don't know.
My kids are not. My kids are in bed.
But
they're asleep.
I have some pictures of them right here. Hold on a second.
Showing off the kids. Is wearing hats in church disrespectful?
Maybe next week. Okay, this is Jones. He's my oldest.
What's up, Jones?
He's 6 now. This is my sweetheart, Marnie.
Oh, man.
She's seriously the cutest. I mean, I know I'm like biased, but she is. She's the cutest little girl I've ever seen in my life. And then this dude. Look at those cheeks. So Jones, Marnie, and Niles. Those are I just happen to have pictures, so thought I'd show that because you guys were blowing it up about that. All right. Favorite part of Castaway when he yells Wilson because he loses the beach ball in the ocean. It's actually really sad. I don't know why that's my favorite part. That's like the saddest part of the movie. So maybe I'm rethinking that.
It's maybe your most memorable part.
What did you say?
They're asking who's older. They want to know.
Who do you think's older?
I don't know if who do you think is older?
Ooh, yeah, this is interesting. I want to see what they have to say because obviously there's a correct answer. One of us is older than the other. We were not born at the same exact moment.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, the questions are just flowing. Let's see, Mark. I don't know how long it's going to take to catch up.
What shampoo do you use?
We're watching all your comments.
Brandon, can you say hoy? Hoy.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Brandon is older. Kelsey. People are saying Kelsey.
Fave sports.
Mark.
I don't have one. I don't have
favorite sports. Favorite sport to watch? Football. Favorite sport to play? Tie between soccer and basketball. Should we just tell him who's older? There's just so much fun in that thing.
Go ahead, Mark.
So I am older.
Mark's older.
The older one by about a year, right?
Mark is my elder, you guys.
Please call me that from now on. Please call me.
Sir. Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
I'd appreciate that. Nintendo games, Smash Brother, Mario Kart, all of those. The NES Marios are the best.
Man, these are coming in so fast.
They're coming in hot. Ketchup or mustard? Definitely ketchup. Brandon, what do you think?
Mustard for sure. Ketchup is gross.
Really?
Gross.
Ketchup is gross?
Ketchup is gross.
Do you not like tomatoes then?
I love tomatoes. Ketchup is not tomatoes. Tomatoes and ketchup are completely different things.
What is ketchup made of, Brandon?
It doesn't matter what it's made of. They are completely different things.
I'm just saying. Do you like Harry Potter? My wife and I just started watching the movies. We're on 4. That's been fun. You can buy a Hogwarts Lego set for $400 on Amazon. That's like, it's like 700 pieces, or is that a lot? I don't know if that's a lot. It's a ton of pieces, and you can build the whole castle. We thought about actually doing it because we're stuck, and what else can you do but build massive Lego sets? But it's super expensive, so I don't think we're gonna actually do it.
I was at the midnight premiere to get the last 4 books of Harry Potter. So like when Barnes and Noble was like, "We've got them, and we're opening at midnight," I was there.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa, that's next level.
Big fan.
Favorite pizza, Brandon? Favorite pizza toppings, maybe? I don't know.
Oh man, favorite pizza toppings. I love jalapenos. I really like jalapenos a lot on pizza.
Pepperoni pineapple. That's my combo.
Oh, you're a pineapple person.
Yeah, pepperoni pineapple on a pan. Pepperoni pineapple on pan pizza.
Hey, this is my wife. This is my wife.
Nice. What's up, Kelsey?
G's ears will know her because she
Some Rebel know her too, I think.
Yeah. Bye, sweetie. Bye. Love you.
That's awesome.
She's awesome.
Super cute.
Okay, well, Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, your questions are rolling in, you guys. That's amazing. We've been
doing this for an hour now.
We could never keep up with all these questions.
It's amazing
in the world. Let's see. What else do we want to? What else do we need to say before we sign off? Oh,
yeah. Do you got it, Mark?
Well, Instagram Live.
Yes, right. That's right.
Tomorrow, 1:00.
1:00 tomorrow. We will have Eric from Blaine and TJ from Anoka. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, they will be leading the way. So make sure that you are following us on Instagram, and then make sure that you tune in for those because they're going to be really encouraging, really awesome. And our boys are great, man. Those pastors are just incredible. We love them so much.
They love you guys a lot, and they can't wait to hang with you. So.
And then be back next Wednesday. We're doing this again, 7:00. Let's see if we can get even more people to show up. Maybe.
Was this fun? I had fun. Oh man, this is brand new. I love it.
And hey, don't forget, very last thing, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that when we do this thing again, it pops up on your phones, it pops up on your computers, and you can follow along in the journey.
We're in this together, guys.
We did it.
We love you. Have an amazing week.
Rev, Ground Zero. Peace.
Deuces.